Good evening, teacher. This is our video about the group project. I would start by saying that the points I investigated for this project were very interesting for me, especially how MapleLeaf Foods was created. It was fascinating to learn how many companies had to come together to create the MapleLeaf food we know right now. Um, it is also very interesting about all the fact that MapleLeaf Food it is so committed to the environment and sustainability. Um, this speaks very well of the company. I was surprised by how its production processes are and how they care and they treat their products and their animals as well. Um, I am quite glad that this this sort of companies exist because despite the fact that these companies raises animal for consumption, these animals have a decent life before being part of the food chain of us, the human being. Um, it is something. It is not something that is seen very often in South America. I also found very interesting how Maple Leaf Food has contingency plan for everything. And when I say everything, they have contingency plan for everything. For example, financial, political, climatic, and many others. They had even a contingency plan for things that don't happen yet. Um, but because they had a large amount of money saved just in case some problem can be present. I was a little surprised that being such a large company, it does not trade with so many countries, but only with a few. Although I was thinking that was probably because the food production is limited and it must first serve the local market. Um, And yeah, to finish this part, I would like to say that I enjoyed this course very much, as it covers very interesting topics. So I wish you good health, Professor. Bye.
Hi, I'm Gulinkar and I'm here to tell you about the topic of the Maple Leaf Food Company, which I really enjoyed while doing. So the topic is collaborative relationships that I chose, and I really felt interesting while researching for it. So the Maple Leaf Food are collaborated with some of the advocacies and have partnerships such as Brandon Chamber of Commerce, WWF, Canadian Associations of Importers and Exporters, Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters Associations, Employees Advocacy Council, Manitoba Chambers of Commerce, Manitoba Industrial Power Users Group, Ontario Chamber of Commerce as well, and Plant Engineering and Maintaining Association of Canada. As these are some advocacies and the partnership, the Maple Leaf um, is teaming with and will team. Mm, as I really felt relevant and interesting it as um, in the marketing we have to build relationships, we have to build a good network for our product marketing, advertising, like everything. So making better relationships with the high five companies or making better partnership can result in making good marketing skills. Therefore, I really felt relevant and interesting um, in doing collaborative relationship. Thanks.
Hi there, my name is Ritika. Well, talking about research projects are very essential for students because research projects gives you a solid foundation upon which you can build your ideas, thoughts and opinions. Research projects also gives you greater problem solving skills, which are very essential for students in the long run. In this assignment, our group had to research about the maple leaf food. At first, before doing the assignment, I thought that researching was a really difficult task at hand. But slowly and gradually, when I started researching about the company, I got to learn plethora of new things. Like, I didn't know at first that MapleLeaf Food is a carbon neutral company. So when I got to learn things like this, my interest built in researching more new things about the company. And I gradually started enjoying researching. That was really fun part of the assignment. And above all, doing a research assignment in a group helped me to gain more focus about like being on time, being punctual, listening to the group instructions, communicating with my group. Obviously, it enhanced my communication skills even. So I guess that doing this research project, I've learned many new things, and it has helped me gain more knowledge, obviously. And I guess that's all. I really enjoyed learning and researching about the maple leaf food.
One of the most interesting things I personally learned from MRK460 was just how diverse the Canadian economy really is and sort of self-sustenance, right? So I wasn't familiar as much with how much our country produces food, how much oil we have within our borders, and more importantly, how we treat these things, right? For example, how Saskatchewan has a lot of pig farms because pigs can survive in a lot warmer and a lot colder climates, right? And another example of this would be, for example, oil, right? We have a lot of oil reserves on this massive country. We're the second largest country on the planet, but we sell all of our oil to the States to be refined and then buy it back, which obviously isn't the cheapest option, and it would be a lot more efficient for us if we could just refine our own oil, right? And this leads me to my next point about how dependent we are on the US, right? When Donald Trump said he was going to put a tariff on steel, that was going to cripple our economy, right? You saw our premiers, our ministers sort of scramble to sort of see what we could do if we could survive and sustain ourselves without this, how it would impact our economy in the short and long term. And these are all things that I guess growing up we never really concerned ourselves with, and they are only briefly mentioned in current events like the news and stuff. So unless you really understand it, you wouldn't really be able to grasp the gravity of the situation, right? And those are some of the most interesting things I personally learned in MRK 460.